Welcome back to Factorio Space Exploration. My name is Nilaus and we are continuing on this journey. This series is serving as a combined series between Twitch and YouTube. So I will be in this episode sort of moving on from where we left off on last episode. We have a hub. I have extended the hub a little bit, and that just means that when we look at a overall view, then what we have now is we have basic materials on trains in a train network. We have a hub, so we have a lot of most of the crafting materials we need in order to build forward. We have robots, we have about 1,000 construction bots, and well, almost 200 logistics bots. Logistics bots will deteriorate over time, so we have to sort of keep up a constant supply of that. Now, I have expanded out here quite a bit because that's what we need. Let's talk a bit about what I want to do in this episode. Well, in the previous ones, we launched one rocket, but it was completely manual, all of it. And we want to get to a point where we can launch rockets automatically so that we can use the train network. We can have city blocks that create all the stuff we need, and we can then sort of continuously launch rocket. I would also like to do the science pack, but that requires the electric furnace. The electric furnace requires a heat sink, so it's a lot more complicated. And so we'll start by getting to the constant rocket launching, and then we'll go from there. But rocket launching is not an easy task. If we just go to the location and where we have the rocket here, if we see we need a lot of load structures, rocket control units, rocket fuel, and heat sinks. So those are the ones that we need to make today. We have none of those made. We have a little bit of everything in this hacked place, but it's supplied by belts, and I don't want that. So we need to work on low density structures, heat sinks, rocket fuel, rocket control units. And for rocket fuel, we have an issue that our oil here is just not keeping up. Like, we have so little oil coming in that it's kind of pathetic, the amount. It cannot even support our plastic build. So we need to make a new and better oil build as first. Luckily, and I think that's going to be what we need to do first. This is why I've expanded out here. We can see that we have some crude oil, and I made a train station out here to be ready for the crude oil. But we need to tap all of this, and then we need to put it into a location. I'm going to put it in here. And luckily, we have a location from our self-expanding base. Oh, by the way, for the patron supporters, there was a request that I put the self-expanding factory file here, copy of save file, in here, so that when you download the save files, you also get all of the blueprints from this as well. So that is now done, and that's kind of how you get all the blueprint that you need is from the save games. If you are a patron supporter, I'm not releasing separate blueprints because they always change and they're a little bit different here. So I just smashed down a whole lot of things here, and this just needs to be built. Now, granted, this is not going to be the correct ratio, because if we look at space exploration, where are you? Let's look at it in a different way. We are going to take one of these and just get it here. So there are now two different, this is the original one, and then there are two different, one that is focused on light oil and one that's focused on heavy oil. I believe this one is the one that's closest to the normal one. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, we have different ones, and that means the ratios will be completely off. Is that going to be a problem? No, not really. Not really going to be a problem. The reason why it's not really going to be a problem is because it's kind of self-balancing, and if I need to, I can just add a few more of these or a few more of this, and it's all going to be good, I hope. Otherwise, we'll just balance it. So this is the first one we need to do. This one will just keep working. Let's have a look at robots. You can see they are super busy. So that will get working, and this one is exporting petroleum. So, and it actually takes oil inbound, and it also takes water inbound. We're going to take the water from down here when we get to it. There we go. I can just get that one. So we'll take the water from here. That should be fine to get into this location. I think we need maybe, well, probably just one pump, actually. I think this is like 1,000 1,000 water. So that's the first thing we need. Another thing we definitely need, now that we put industry up here, is we need to look at our protection. I have already made a little bit out here. Made a pretty cool little design like this, and not actually like that one. I think this will be better, like here, that one. And then that is something I'm going to be expanding upwards here and here and here, because we're kind of getting attacked a lot And I will also need to build it up here, and then I need to set up some more things for this once it's been set up. And that one. And I'm also going to be moving it here. Yeah, I could make a separate blueprint, but especially when I misclick it. So as you can kind of imagine, that is going to be a lot. We don't have, well, that's not really correct. We do have a little bit of what is it called? Requester chests. But I'm going to use one of these requester chests. They are kind of precious for me. Oh man, I just so badly want to get it one further out. But I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to do it like this. And just accept that it's going to be moved later on. But hey, we got robots, so don't care. There, and here I've had to set up like temporary defenses here along this edge because I was getting attacked, although I am getting attacked all the time. So now that's kind of a perimeter. We need to make sure that we can also do the other part of this perimeter. Let's do this part here. That is... What? Oh yeah, like this. Here, and from this side here. And then I guess we'll just somehow figure out a way to... This is just a simple repeating pattern, and it'll just be repeating out here, and then we'll see how it works. That should be easy, and oops. Do I want it to be like a hard corner? Yeah, sure. And that's this corner. Let's make sure that I don't get too much of it. I really don't want to get the radar in here as well, and I didn't. So there we go. That's also the corner, and it's missing one thing. So we now have a complete corner. The only thing we then need for this is to make sure that I have a way to feed it, and that's going to be somewhere here, I guess. And there. There. And now all I need to do is wait for this to complete, hook up all these boring things, and then we can continue on the next step. A little bit of time has passed, to put it lightly. What I've decided, what I've realized was that I actually stopped the wall really close to my my military science production, so I'm gonna just take this as an overflow and then just simply let it flow up here, getting all the way up here, all the way, and so I had to turn around the belts, and you can see that it's now slowly coming up here, and eventually being the operative word here, is that it will fill up all of this. Hopefully it'll happen before it is needed. I've also set up the science or the oil facility here, so let's give it a shot. I am going to take this, and then that will be to a oil unloading location, and then just simply hope that it works. I have no clue. I know that it's going to take a really awful path. So here it's filling up pretty quickly, and done. So now it takes like the most awful path you could imagine. Look at that. This is because I don't allow right-hand turns, and I can't go this. Obviously I'd want to do a right-hand turn and a right-hand turn and then go in, but that's not an option. Since there's not a lot of trains in the network, doesn't matter. Since there's no sort of constraint in terms of travel time in the network, doesn't matter. It just is a bit comical that it is so weird. So it comes in here. I did some few changes to this, and then hopefully we'll see that this starts working. And yeah, this train is going to go back and forth a lot of times before anything starts happening. There we go. We have now powered it up, and we're probably going to run out of power very soon. That is the first bit. So that is good. Now that means actually eventually we'll have this protected from most attacks. But as this industry kicks online, and this one industry will start pushing out into the pollution up here, that's going to be a problem. We also have pretty high evolution factor, so we are seeing blue biters coming in. Now the next thing we want to do, if we check on our list, it is low density structures, heat sinks, rocket fuel, and rocket control units, and solar accumulators. Oh man, that's so many things. Right, so let's take a look at this one. I'll make this into, I think I'll make this into low density structures. We can do that. For the low density structures, we have all the things we need. We have plastic, yes. We have glass, yes. We have steel, and we have copper plates. The only thing that actually we don't have now is we built this oil in order to make both rocket fuel and... Oh, this is not making rocket fuel. Damn. Oh, we need a separate one for rocket fuel, I guess. This one is just converting everything into petroleum, which means it's going to be handy for our oil. Yeah, it's going to be handy for our plastic setup, which is also just lackluster, to say the least. And then we could probably build another one next to it. Let's have a look in our box here. This should also be one for rocket fuel, which takes oil in and then just makes rocket fuel, right? Yes. Yes? Yeah, that should be fine. Let's take that as well and plop that down into... Oh, there's a problem there. There you go. Actually, I can just fill that up myself. Oh, hello train. Wouldn't it be ironic that as there are so few trains in the network and then I get run over? There. And this is just going to be awful. All of this, all these ones, they just need to go away. There we go. And as I said, I want to get this rocket fuel production there. It's just stamping it down, so that needs to be built. Once this is done, we actually have a train with rocket fuel. We'll also replace the existing one down here. This one will be replaced, so that's good. The only thing it takes in is oil and water, but water will be replacing, so that needs to be set up. I will also be removing all of the vegetation in here. That's going to generate a stupid amount of pollution. I will also be setting up a train for this so that I can feed directly into here. Yes, once that goes in here, it will it'll be working a lot better. So again, another skip forward, and while I skip forward and spend half an hour on setting all this up, maybe this is the time for hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, so you can keep up with this series both here and on Twitch. Sometimes I forget that I'm playing space exploration, but all the times things work well. So here we have now the new petroleum coming in from our new facility. That's excellent, and we have a very strong supply of plastic finally. But I forgot that this fuel deposit doesn't work because I need a fuel facility to make this, and that's what we're gonna do. Let's go to here, normal mode. Right, so what I found out is that if I do, I'm gonna use the rate calculator like this, then I take 240 in. I already have the water coming in. Then, you know, there's a little deficit here, there's a little deficit here, and there's a little surplus here. That's probably fine. But the reason why I want to do this is because I can then do one more. And then I have 5, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can basically do like a little bit of a pairing, I guess. So take those out. Don't have those go out. What if I just make a little bit of a pairing that goes something like this? And that means you and you. It's not the greatest. And I can just build it like this. And that means if we can figure out what's coming in where. By the way, why is this one not getting anything inbound? Train limit is 0 of 1. That's because they keep coming into this one first. Oh, right. This one has a train limit of 2. So just keep pouring in here until it is full. These are getting full pretty quickly. Okay, but it's coming. It'll come in here eventually. Anyway, I need to figure out where my... This is my light oil. So I need that up here. And there. Good. That is light oil taken care of. And that should consume all the light oil. Then I need to take here on the side. And that is going to be the light oil. Sorry, I mean petroleum. And I will have here. This will be the first priority. Because it needs to be going down here first. That one, and I don't know why that's... Why do I want it like this? I don't think I do. Yeah. There. That's probably fine. And that will need some kind of output here. Yes. This is not at ratio. If we just look at it, it is a little bit too slow. It is too slow. And then I can kind of build this again over on here. Except that this will now be a better recipe, like that one. And there. And somehow that's not powered because I need to get these powered here. That's pretty good. And all I need is this. And I think that I could, let's see, I think I could build one more of these out here. If I could, it would be nice. I kind of could if I just kind of deleted this. Yeah. Right, so the point of this build is there. And I guess this is not really a great way to put it. So then I can do the same thing on the other side. Getting these out. Oh, no, don't steal them. Don't steal. I want them. And I can take this part, basically, and turn it upside down here. And that will give us our one belt. It is not going to be a lot of fuel, but it is all the fuel we can make. And yeah, and then I'm going to build this part. And then these two will be changed. And now all I need is to figure out a way to get my oil up here and get it into some kind of pattern like this. Here, and here. All I need now is the oil up here. So that's going to be... And the flow is so low that I don't really care about... care about sort of optimizing for flow rates and too many intersections and all that stuff. So that should be working. And if I just do this part, it's not as big as it could be. It's just a deficit on everything, but it should kind of work. I hope that this is a little bit at the end. So I'm a little worried that this does not get all of the oil that it actually needs, because then it could jam. But, you know, I guess we'll find out. Yeah. That one and here. There we go. Let's find out if this works. It looks like it's working. I had to take out this rail here to force it to come into this location, but it looks like things are working. And these are getting the oil. That's this one's not really getting enough, but that's... Well, they're not getting enough here. So what I think I want to do is I want to force it to go into this first. And the reason why is I want this one saturated, this lane saturated first, and then whatever this part here can be just lacking if need be. But I need this to keep working so that I don't end up in a situation where I run full on petroleum gas. Don't want that. Great, we have fuel, and it is coming in first. It is going into this part, which is the refueler. We now have two locations here that takes care of refueling, and I will now set this one to 0 so that I'm not using this one anymore, because I don't want to use my bad old oil for fueling all the stations. I'm going to use this one for fueling stations from now on. And we also have, once this one is completely filled up, then it will start working into the next one. So that's a one-time thing that it fills up, and then I'll be setting into the next. Great. So now that works. It could definitely be bigger. Maybe I'll add it bigger next time. So that's oil taken care of. That's rocket fuel taken care of. Now let's go down here and take care of low density structures and heat sinks here. So this is the size I've decided. This is consuming, there's 32 of these, and it's consuming 24 of each. So that means I need a full belt of each of these locations and a half belt of steel. So how are we going to build it? Let's start looking at design options. And just figure out, I think I'm gonna make it like this, and I want like 3 lanes here, and then I want double system. Yep, and that means you're gonna be open in the middle. The middle one will definitely be the output belt, yes, and then here and here, and then inbound and inbound, and oops, inbound and inbound, 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 inbound. Perfect. And then I just need a location. How about, since I'm not using the middle one for anything, how about doing this part here? Because that will then cover everything. There we go. That's easy. And then I just need this to be doubled up. Let's look at it, and Then I need 32, so that's 4. That's 8. So I just need, yeah, a few more. And maybe, well, then the next part is also should be easy. That is going to be for here. This is the stations inbound. I'm going to need 4 stations inbound, so I'm going to take this and this, and I will be focusing primarily on making sure that these are not going to come inbound just yet. Yeah. The reason for this is that I want to make sure that when they get built, I don't want them to start sending trains in here, because then it'll be the wrong stuff that comes in. So first things first, we remove all of these. Nope. Yes. There, we remove all the indicators so that no trains will be coming in for now. Then we can start moving something out. Let's see, we're going to get... I'm just going to build it here, and then I'm going to move it later on. So I will be getting like that. Maybe like this. There. Oh. How about... wouldn't that be really cool if I did this? That one. You're going in, and that goes up here. Yeah, I like that. And that just goes like this. And then we kind of do the same thing for the other one, which is going to be here. That one, and that one. And that means these are 2 inbounds from one side, and these are the 2 inbounds from the other side. And it's just above there, and it's just about... Well, that's perfect. Then I just need to align it towards the middle of this. 1, 2, 3. 3, and that's 10 tiles. And from this side, it's 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, it's perfect. Damn, that's perfect. All right, cool. So all we need to do now is just hook this up and just let it flow in. And that means we can take this part out. I can only just delete, since I only have 10 robots, then I can only just send 8 commands at a time. And this part is, that's 16, 24, and 32. So that's a really small build. And going in. And then we need an outbound station. What's a good outbound station? Maybe that one is probably the best outbound station we have that doesn't have too many rails attached. And wow, that's damn easy. And then this will just be LDS instead. Load into structures, done. Now the construction is complete, and all we need to do is change the names of the train stations and see the trains come in. Hopefully this will be a steel inbound train. Steel inbound there. Go. Let's see, it is 1 of 1. Next one is a glass. So this is the first time we actually need glass to be inbound. And oh, I don't have a glass inbound, so that's why. And that will be over here. Glass inbound. Are you coming? Yes, you are. Perfect. Going over to the other side, then we have a plastic inbound, and I think we have enough plastic right now because we just improved it. So plastic is not working. Oh no. And also copper inbound. Let's see if that works. There. Copper is coming in. But this is not coming in. And why are you not coming in? Let's see. Okay, this is unloading. That makes sense. So that is... And let's see here. This is loading. All right, so it is getting in here, and I think it's getting in there pretty quickly. So let's do that one to upgrade those so that it goes even quicker the next time around. Oh, we're a short supply of petroleum. That's to be expected. How are we doing here? We are at 7.3. And that should be, there's definitely enough here for each of these. So this one will get in here very soon. Let's have a look. And we got all the other things coming in here. Glass, steel, copper, all of it goes in. Just need the plastic as well. Let's see. Come on, plastic, you can do it. And here it is. Let's follow the plastic. Follow the right plastic. And coming in. Hopefully in a not silly path. There we go. Excellent. And then we should have a nice amount of low density structure. That's 2 out of 4 items. Let's move on to the heat sinks. So this is the sizing for the load, what are they called? They're called heat sinks, yes. And if you look at this, they are needing a lot of sulfur, and I'm just going to completely ignore sulfur this time. We have a little bit of sulfur built, and it's not great, but it's something. I'm going to use that until we have a better sulfur built later on, because it's too much to put into one episode to also make sulfuric acid, batteries as a sort of thing. So that's going to be a hack, but the rest will be correct. So we'll basically need to go get sulfur in, stone, and steel. And then we can basically do the same kind of build as we did previously, and just sort of have the feeder being a little bit different for this. So I think I'll actually do... I'll try to do this one as the premise of this. Don't think I need this part out here. Need to get that out, this part out. And then we can get here and here and... there. And I think this will actually... work just fine. And there we go, that one and that one. So the reason why I think that will work, and then we will see for each row here I will need 2 of these. So I'm going to put this here, and that will be, let's just argue that it's going to be on this belt. That means you are going to be outputting here, and that will be inputting on this belt. And it's going to go really quickly out. Let's see. No. So grab from these 2 locations there from the middle. And then I'm going to get it out. There. This one is not being used, so that's actually a perfect location. And then I'm going to get 2 out here, 2 out there, 2 out there, and 2 out there. And then the question is, how do I... There. Old school. Old school method. Perfect. That's the one. There. So that means I'm going to get some stone bricks from here. I'm going to get some... Oh, this is a little bit too close. Okay. Let's go move this up a bit. We can move this away. And I will be needing to get something into those locations. Let me actually see. Is this not really... It's almost good enough, this part. I'm gonna do that. There. If we see like this, then I have a little bit out here that's not saturated, but I can do... Ugh, that's disgusting. I don't know. I need it to be here though, which would require that and that. Okay, slight change of plans. Yeah, it works as the other one. Off you go, and copy and paste. Right, so that will be down here. We get stone bricks inbound, and then I'm gonna get here, here, and then I will simply get this. And yeah, those will be the 2. So steel and sulfur. Sulfur will be coming in on a train, but it's not going to come in on a train just now. I could also just make it on one side. Maybe that's easier. Then I'd make it on the side. I don't know. We'll definitely get this here. Oh, there you go. They need to be... And... Oh, now there's a missing location. And that needs to go there and there. Okay, so let's get some train stations. I know I have all I need. We just need to find them and put them in. And so they have built it, and I'm getting the sulfur in. I'm sneaking it in from this location. I know it's not good enough, but yeah, it's it's what I can do right now. This should also be cut off. Actually, I should just cut all of this off because I don't want it anymore. All these should be taken off because that is no longer going to be wasting materials. It's only going to be going to sulfur and batteries, and then this part. Actually, it should not go into this anymore because I am now getting exclusively, not so much, but exclusively the stuff we get in here for the plastic will be coming from that location. So what are we missing? We are missing a lamp. A lamp? That's really weird that we're missing that. Also that one. These just don't want to be hooked up here. There we go. We are now getting... that is not what I wanted. That is definitely not what I wanted. I was thinking, wow, this is coming out quickly, but it was a little too quick. And then let's clean it up. Mistakes were made. That happens. Why are we not getting those in here? Not that I really want them to be here, but that'll just make it a little bit easier to clean up after ourselves. There. Alright, so we got one of those completed. Great. Now, let's see. What is the major malfunction? You are not working. You're not getting any... Ah! Copy-paste error. As usual. Here. Is that correct? Oh, no. Oh, right, that's the problem. Ha! I bet you saw that minute ages ago. Oh well, that needs to be fixed. And there we go, now it works. Just shuffling it around with these things, with inputs and outputs, and then it still works. It's working well, and up here we've cleaned out all the belts, and we're now getting a modest, very modest amount of heat shielding in. So that's 3 out of 4 things coming in. Excellent. Let's see if we can... get that. That's going to be going to heat. That's glass. Heat shielding glass. Kind of difficult to see the difference. There's the heat shielding, and until full, we don't have anywhere to go. But now it's the next one. Next one being the what is it? Man, that's a difficult one as well. That is going to be. Where is it? Here. Batteries. We don't have that, and I'm not going to make that. I'll make that later. But red circuits we got, glass we got, and iron plates we got. Okay, cool. So here's actually an interesting thing. I was just thinking about how to build it, but then I realized it has 4 items inbound. I need to build it at exactly the same scale. It needs to be exactly the same. It is literally just exact copy of this with a different recipe. So there we go. And now I just changed the recipes. And we're now ready to hook it up. I've just changed the recipes. That's all I have. And then I can start changing these to the correct stations. Let's see if we get a red one inbound. Yes, we do. The next one is a glass inbound. And we did already make that. So let's get the glass. And do we get it? Nope, we do not get the glass inbound. Why? Because it is empty. Oh, okay. It was just done unloading the other place. All right. Well, this is going to be a bigger issue. This will be a battery input, but we don't have battery input, so I am stealing my batteries from my minuscule temporary battery build. I know it's not going to be enough, but it's just going to have to be what it is. And then we get all this inbound. We can see that we are sending the here, we're just coming from this line, dragging it back from the temporary build. It's not enough. I can see that this is not going to be enough, but it also just drains a lot of spots. So it's a topic for another day. So what do we have now? Let's assume that this one gets in here. We are needing to get some glass as well, but once we have this, we will now have trains setting up for all these things, and that means this is all 4 items. We are just not done yet, because here we need low density structures, red circuits, solid fuel, and glass. Those are all things we have on train network, but we don't have solar panels and accumulators, and we don't have radar. So my thought is that I'll bring those 4 items inbound, because the solid fuel and the low density structures, they are needed for the rocket as well. So we just need the 2 other ones, the rocket control units, and we need the, oh my god, what is the next one? The next one is the the heat sinks. So if we get those 6 items in, we can do 6 items. We can get those in by trains, and then we can get solar panels, accumulators, and radars coming in by robots, because you don't need that many. So let's get those in by robots with one of those few ones we get from launching the first rocket. That is the plan. We're going to start it in this location because this is where we already have the rocket silo. The rocket silo is... Oh, it's actually at 0 at 100%. No, never mind. So we could move it. But I'm going to keep it here. We have productivity modules 2 in here. I can just shunt in some more stuff. And what I want to do then is get 6 items inbound. So I need to get a good train set up. I really should have this as a separate thing so that I could easily just smash it in when I need it. There, we need 6 items in, so we'll just do it like this. And I will have probably a 1-1 train outbound, so I'm going to take this one as the 1-1 train because that will be our, what are they called? They're called, oops, here, these ones. They'll be the outbound. The satellite telemetry will be going up here. And then we need all this set up. We are also going to take a strong box here, and I'll be getting this in here. This will be making satellites, all the stuff that we need inbound. We can get the reds, we can get the low density, we can get the solar panels, accumulators, and radars. So it's solar panels, accumulators, and radars that we need inbound here. That's solar panels, just need 10 because that's what we need. And oops, here accumulators, obviously we don't have any of those, and radars, we do have those, so just get 10 of those as well. I mean, seriously, yeah, whatever. And that goes in and in. And I'll just get a box here. So that is auto magic. And maybe not. Maybe put it like this. And then I'm needing 1, 2 things that are already get up. Oh, I need to make sure that I don't send stuff in here. Let me fix these quickly. There, and that's going to be copy, paste. Actually, just do this. There, so that they are not getting anything in, and then I'll fix it. So I'll fix this, and then I will be getting at this point here. I'll get something into this one, and I'll get this one probably the other way inbound. Great. I don't know if no, I don't need anything else. I can just go like this and this. Yeah, we definitely need a substation. So many things here that needs to be worked on there. I'll build it here, and then oops. Copy and paste, because then it retains that part, and here, and then it'll just be like that. That works. So the routing has now been done in this location, and I think it's actually ready to go. This is a little bit tricky because, for example, glass has to set up to 10,000 because it stacks to 100, but this only stacks to 50, so it's half as much. And again, down here we have this stacks even lower, so this only stacks to 10, and it's the same for the rocket control units. So now we need to set up some trains, and yeah, I need some trains, and because I know that there are some trains that we haven't built yet, and therefore they need to be built. So here, this one, I think that we know that we have a train missing at this point. Yes. So I'm going to go send you to this one until full. Go. Happy. And we're getting more trains inbound. Let's see if there are any other trains that we're missing. We have a train here, and we have a train there. Yes. And what about this one? Yes, there's a train here. This one, unfortunately, is a little weird because oh, right, that's actually correct, because this is train fuel. Okay, yes. So that means we have a train, and we're not getting it. Oh no, the horror. I was thinking we'd have tons of this, but alas, we are not getting it. I'm pretty sure this is because all of our fuel is going in here, and all of our petroleum is going into this, and we just can't keep up with plastic because, well, this is requiring plastic, and red circuits require plastic, and red circuits are needed here as well. Yeah, the batteries are the short supply. So it is really still a matter of oil, despite having all of this up here, and we still can't get enough oil inbound. I am going to take this one out and just... No. Let's go back. I want this one taken out, because if I take this out, then I will be forcing it to go into the other location, which is going to be better. Oh, you're consuming a lot of the fuel here. Okay, that makes sense. Is this coming in? Yes. I need to make sure that you're still... It's take another round until this gets out. This is why we have you coming in. You're coming in to steal that one. It's a shitty way to do it. I know. Oh, you diverted. You diverted again. All right, you just take another tour. Sorry about that. There's a little bit of suspense. There we go. Now it's coming in. Let's have a look. This will now be... Oh, look at that. It goes That is the weirdest thing ever. This is why I want to build this part here, but we don't have that yet. Here. And that means we should get a little bit more oil, but that's going to be a problem. So let's get the other ones in. So I will need... There's no trains coming in here. Let's start oh no! Oh, that's just an explosion. That's gonna be fixed by itself. Let's start with some of the stuff that we have. This one is gonna be a glass, because we know we're gonna need the glass. There we go. Get glass inbound. Yes. Oh, why did I put the two things that are looking so much next to each other, right next to each other? There, in order to sort of make sure that we have issues. There we go. And I will. Let's make sure that we actually see what it is. This one will be changed into one that has requesting fuel. We don't have any of those yet, because the other one was a train requesting fuel. This one will be changed into low density structure requester. Right? Yes, low density structure requester, but nothing comes in yet. And this will do red circuits. Unfortunately, that's going to be taking a lot of the red circuits. I'm not even sure we can feed it anymore. Can we? Oh, we can actually feed it. Nice. And this will be yet another new one. There. Rocket control units inbound. None of those exist, obviously. And we're going to solve that by going down here. Take this train and say, you are now going into the newly created station. Nope. Oh, that's bad. Go back there. Wow. That one. Until empty. Sweet. And... Of course, it's not going to be super consistent build, because we don't really have enough supply, but it's going to work fine. Oh, no, we have biters incoming. And let's also make this a condition to say time passed up to 120. And then we get rid of the biters. Now the biters are taken care of, and we can start filling up the next one. This is the low density structure, so we go to the low density structure build. And we do have one, and that goes to the low density structure unloader there until empty. It's coming in. And the last one is the fuel stations. So we go up here for the fuel stations. Yes, I'm trying to landfill this area. That one will now be making a... Oops, definitely not to that one, but go into here. There we go, and I think we'll just follow this one in, because this is the one that actually will be the last part into the build, and then it works. Oh, while it's transporting, then we just show where I built the accumulators. Yep, I'm leeching off a little bit here for the accumulators. It sucks, but it works. Also up here for for the... What it's called? Oh no, power is working. It's just looking really slow. Here we go. We are making some... I'm just thinking one stack. We'll definitely have a dedicated build for this, but not just now. Look at that. Everything is going in. This one is working. And looks like we are getting it. And let's see, you are working. And this one should then be launched with... Wow, that's definitely not launched with cargo. There we go. And then we'd say auto launch with cargo. And we are now getting stuff inbound. What are we getting inbound? Oh, look at that. It's working. Yes, it's working. Awesome. And that was what I wanted to do in this episode. So man, that was a lot of work, But I'm pretty happy. Now we have actually fully automated rocket launching. There are still some things that need to be fixed or improved, and that the stuff that needs to be improved is going to be the oil part, or the more like the sulfur part, sulfuric acid, and batteries definitely need their own build. Solar panels and accumulators need their own build, and then we need to make sure that we have the production that we get out of this. Is this actually working? Oh, right, this one has to be not enabled, it's just watching the belt. Yeah. And there, just put half into each of those. And this is going to be getting the telemetry data over and making some orange signs. So that's going to be the next part. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. And now that's how we build all of our rocket parts. So definitely a big step closer to actually getting into space now that we have the orange signs unlocked, and we can start working. Well, we almost have the orange signs unlocked, and then we can start working towards actually building some space industry soon. So thank you for watching. Until next time, take care. And as always, stay effective.